Howdy folks, welcome back to Video Calling Arc. Today we're back in Mexico City, last time in Mexico for a while, just because I wanted to do a VFR flight around the city because it is so immensely detailed and I have my detail settings cranked to the max and I just want to take a nice flight around Mexico City for a couple minutes. We might land, we might just end the video in the air, we'll see how it goes. But I just wanted to see this because coming in the 1900D, even though we did it twice, it's too fast to really enjoy anything. And I have my frame rate counter up for the very last time. I just want to check a few more things out. Again, no VSync. And we're getting some weird micro stutters, kind of, but our frames are still 46, 47, 48 with full detail and full settings. So not really sure what's going on with that, but the micro stutter thing, X-Plane acknowledges it. He talked about it during their last live broadcast, at the time of this recording anyway. So we're just going to fly around Mexico City, Mike X-Ray, in the VSKYLABS Micro-hopper. This is their newest version at the time of the recording. I believe it's 3.8. If it's not 3.8, I'll put the correct version down below as a footnote. But if it is correct, then you don't see anything on your screen because it's 3.8. So I'll notice they changed a lot about this. All the colors have changed. The skin itself has changed, like the back wing there, or the rudder is like stripped down or something. I really like this a lot more. I love this a lot more than the other versions. So I'm excited to fly this. I really am. I can't wait. So let's hop inside. Real world weather is turned on. We don't really have, we don't even have a barometer. I don't even know how to set the barometer on this. It's set to 2, 9, or 8, 0. I don't know how to change it. I don't like that. This pops out, right? No, that changes field of view. This pops out, but I can't change anything. So I never did figure out how to change the barometer. I don't think you can. Well, the wind is at 8 knots, so we're going to take off on runway, what is this, 23 right, because wind is, what's wind? 30. No. Calm now. Okay, I checked the weather, and it was like 8 knots, and now it's calm. Okay, I guess it updated. So we're just going to take off. We're just going to taxi to our left and just take off midfield. Doesn't really matter in this thing. Like I said, we might land here again. We might just end the video in the air. We'll see. The closest airport is way too far away. It's not even over. It's like way over here to fly this thing. Plus, you'll never clear the terrain. I mean, we're already at 7,000 feet. This is already going to be a big challenge to fly this thing as it is. So let's get this thing started up. Oh, my preset got all screwed up. Hang on a second. Hang on. My preset is all messed up. That's better. Okay, so let's get this thing started up. Fuel is on. Battery is on. I think we just click to start, don't we? Why won't it start? There we go. All right, there we go. Simple enough. Are there flaps in this? I don't think so. No. All right, let's see. Let's get a taxi view set up. Because it's the new version, I haven't set up my views. I only set up a couple quick views just to get going here. All right, this will be our taxi view. Let's turn that volume down so we don't get audio bleed. Let go of the parking brake. And skedaddle. Ooh, this handles way differently. Okay, hang on. Get used to it here. Be patient. And let's cross over the roads and try to get into the air as quickly as possible. I love the mountains in the background. Yeah, I'm glad I have my frame rate counter on because this feels like we're dropping to low frames, but we're not. We're in the 60s. So I don't know what's going on, but oh my gosh, look at the urban autogen. I have to say the urban autogen over on the left, that's my favorite of all the autogen is urban stuff. It definitely is. All right, let's just take off. I guess this isn't midfield. That's just a very, very long threshold. Okay, here we go. 23 right it is. Oof. I have my rudders set to a least sensitive as possible. And oh my word, it doesn't take much. But I know in the big planes it feels realistic because my real life 738 friend used these rudder pedals on the Zebo and he said they couldn't feel any more realistic. They were so perfect. So I'm not going to complain. All right, let's hop inside. Oh boy, why can't we do what we want to do here? Let's just get off. What the heck? There we go. Oh wow. Touchy. Let's stop those wheels from spinning. Ooh, this handle's much nicer than the old version. I do notice a difference. There is the city skyline. Wow. And the mountains. And nice high frames, even with all the detail. Look at that. I have no plans other than just to fly around a while. It's a little hazy, but I'd rather fly with real-world weather when we can. So we're going to keep real-world weather set up the way it is, even if it is kind of hazy. But look at this. Let's hop outside. Oh, weird. My preset for outside is different positioning every single time. Let's back up a little bit. That's a little close. Look at that. You can see the roads and the highways. Wow. I don't know anything about Mexico City, so I don't know where to look or anything. Like, there's a big park with a lake. That is awesome. I assume there's a name right under the wheels there. I wonder how high we can get. Let's first of all take a screenshot. Look at that. Because we're already at 7,800 feet. I don't know how high this thing will fly, but I want to get up there quite a ways if we can. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to have a flight without commentary. I'm just going to fly. My real world time is actually, my real lifetime right now is actually limited. I have a child at a play date. That's what people call hanging out these days. One shot at a play date, due home any minute. So I want to enjoy this as much as I can. So I don't know how long this is going to last, but we're just going to fly around without commentary. I'm going to do the best I can to fly outside of the cockpit. And we'll probably just end the video in the air at some point. Let's just have a look around and enjoy the high detail, enjoy the haze, and I'll catch you in a little bit. Well, wasn't that amazing? I know it's short, I know it's sweet, but it was so amazing. This immense detail, high 30s for frames. I apologize that is kind of hazy, but that's just the way it is today in real life. But I enjoyed every minute of it. I think, what are we at? Almost 1,100 feet in climbing. I'm impressed. No, 11,000 feet in climbing. So we'd probably be getting kind of dizzy right now. At least I would be dizzy if I were up in this thing in real life at this altitude. Oh my goodness. So let's see. Are we going to make it back to the airport? You know what? I think we can head back to the airport. Why not? It's right there. I just want to look at the skyline. That is so cool. So amazing. So keep in mind that 11,000 feet, that's sea level. We're not 11,000 feet above the city. We're probably 4,000 feet or so. I don't know. Let's see. What's the elevation of this airport? The airport is, let's see, 7,300. So yeah, just below 4,000 feet above ground level. I wonder what this district is over there. Must be like a industrial type district. Huh, very cool. I guess we could head over there, but we don't need to. Our ground speed, what is our ground speed? Is it 84 knots? Okay, so our ground speed is faster than airspeed, but cruising right along. Still faster than driving through traffic, I would imagine. I would imagine Mexico City has some pretty insane congestion. I used to know a lot more about Mexico City when I was taking my Spanish courses in high school, but that was 25 plus years ago. So I can't really remember. But if the wind is still calm, we'll just take this runway here. Otherwise, we're going to have to circle around to land. Wind is calm. Okay, good. So we're just going to nosedive and try to land this thing. I say try because I'm so terrible at landing this. I don't think I've ever had a good landing with this airplane since I've been flying it. And that's because you sit so low to the ground that I think I'm about to touch down and I'm like 20 feet in the air. So then the last 20 feet is just a crash to the ground. Let's see, can we get a decent view from the outside here while we come down at a super steep angle? Just to look around a little bit. The mountains in the distance. I'm just so impressed with this detail because whenever I think of like a big city to fly to for detail, I think of like New York or LA, but this is better than that. I gotta think more globally. So that being said, if there is a large city you'd like me to fly that's international from the US, I guess US too, but let me know and I will gladly fly it. That reminds me, I should do something with Monaco. My wife and I were just watching the Formula 1 documentary on Netflix until she got bored with it. We stopped on the Monaco episode. I should fly some Monaco flights. I mean, it's the tiniest country, city, state in the world, I think. And the most densely populated too, I think. I don't know if they're going to have an airport. We can fly over it. That'd be interesting to see how the simulator takes that with all the data. In case you're wondering, I'm going to circle to land. I'm not going to crash and dive on runway 5 left. That looks like it's active runway though. We got someone taxiing out. We're just doing our own version of circle to land. Look at that interstate. That's awesome. So let me know, what do you think? Do you like this short format where you do quick GA flights like I used to do? Or do you like the longer flights, or do you like a mix? I personally like doing a mix where it's 3/4 or even 4/5 GA and then 1/5 or 1/4 big flights. Although a big flight for me is, 150 nautical miles in the 1900. Or I guess we can do like 300 or 400 in the 727 sometimes, but that's just real life time constraints as usual. But let me know what you think. I don't mind opinions, obviously. I get a lot of help from you, so keep it up. There's another park and a bunch of apartments, it looks like. Again, this urban autogen is awesome. I really appreciate the international autogen, like in Europe and stuff. But I have to say, this urban autogen is still my favorite. We're really spiraling not out of control, but one more spiral, I think. See, it's doing like jittery things, but we're getting 43, 47 frames per second. So don't know. But we're not in VSync either, so maybe it looks fine for you, but it looks kind of goofy for me, but who knows? That's one thing that took me 40 years to get into PC gaming, is all these settings. Like, it's nice to just pick up a console, throw in your game. If it updates, it updates, but you have not much control over it. But on a PC, especially like Flight Sim, I mean, it can make a hobby out of tweaking settings. I guess we're going to use 5 right. You can make a hobby out of tweaking settings, you know, and still not be satisfied. And it's kind of exhausting, but it's necessary. It's a necessary evil, I guess. But I do revisit changing settings. I don't set it and forget it. Like even Minecraft. Oh my gosh, I just did an entire overhaul on my Minecraft graphics the other day. And same with that. Turn off VSync. I was running 42 frames per second, 30 with VSync. And then I made some changes and I'm running 620. Not that frame rates matter. I'm not a frame rate chaser, except for Flight Sim because you have to. But it's just kind of funny. It's just kind of fun. So here we go. Yeah, a little bit of crosswind, maybe. It's sure behaving like there's a little crosswind from the left. Oh yeah, there's a crosswind. Whoa, oh, what? Whoa, that, what the heck? What is with me and bad luck here? That happened in the previous flight, right before I touched down the 1900. I didn't do anything. This is like an insane crosswind all of a sudden from the right. So let's do right rudder, or from the left, I mean, right rudder. Touch this thing down. Try not to ground loop it. Did weather just update? Let's set this parking brake and see what just happened. What in the world just happened here? Nope. That was weird. But considering what just happened, our actual touchdown wasn't too bad on that. How to get that to work out? That was very strange. What is going on? What is going on? That happened in the 1900. Although the 1900 it was in the air, and then it compensated, and then it recovered itself just before touchdown. But this happened just before touchdown. So that's 2 out of 2 weird flights. No, I'm sorry, the previous flight was okay. Yeah, the Ryan Navion flight, that was fine. So 2 out of 3 were wonky. I don't know what to tell you. If you have any ideas, let me know, but that was super weird. Again, I didn't move a muscle. I was coming in for a perfect touchdown, and then it just went all kitty-wampus on its own. I didn't bump anything. I didn't touch anything. I didn't hit any buttons on my yoke. Now we just have to decide where we are going to park this, because it's going to be a long... See, now we're doing that thing where it only wants to go to the right again. I know it says wind calm, but I don't believe it. Let's check one more thing here. Let's hop into this menu, and let's check weather here. Oh yeah. Huh. There's nothing on the ground. I don't know. Anyway, we're not going to do a 20-minute taxi, so we're just going to sign off here while I try to keep this under somewhat of a control. To shut this down, you just turn off the battery and fuel, no big deal. And we hope you enjoyed the flight. I certainly did, despite the weird thing at the end. This whole simulator thing, I really wish I could afford to fly in real life, because I'm starting to think that real life flying is way easier than the sim. This is getting kind of funny, but we're going to keep going. I'm going to plan a few more flights, record a few more things, but always, hopefully you enjoyed it. I certainly did. If you are a regular subscriber, thank you for continuing support. If you found me by accident, please like, please subscribe, please share with your friends. I have no idea where we're going next, because I haven't planned it yet. But once I figure that out, I'll record, and I'll catch you then.